With the Wolves, we take a less is more approach. Less teams means more ice time for our kids. Each of our kids and our team are on the ice 2 times a day, which means that over the course of the week, they're getting 10 to 15 hours of practice time. Extrapolated that over the course of the year means a ton of development for our athletes.
Here at the Wolves, we're focused on the development of every player. From the time they enter the program to the time they leave stronger, with better skills, faster, all aspects of the game.
Turned over. 2 minutes, I should say, got run over by Bosch.
The Wolves Training Center, located right across the street from the Melfay Ice Arena, players have unlimited access.
A synthetic ice for shooting, weights, bikes, indoor turf, all the facilities that you would need to be a better hockey player.
They can do workouts on their own, in the evening, in the morning, in addition to their structured team practices. Each day is different, so whether it's their upper body day, their leg day, or yoga, they can accomplish a tremendous amount of strength and conditioning within a given week. With our academy model, our players get ice sessions, workouts, gym time, and classroom time all within a given day. The day is inverted from a normal high school schedule, so players come to the rink or on the ice during the day while doing their schoolwork at night.
Gillespie, Richard.
I'd say probably every other game or every game there's been a coach in the stands watching the team, and I want to play college hockey and get a good college education from it. And I think this is the right place to do it. Just being able to skate on the ponds and everything, it's great when it's cold out. We got the rink down the road, the outdoor rink, and the boys like to go over there and play. It's good. I know it's fun. It's a fun time up here.
We like to have all our teams playing fast-paced, skilled game, modern hockey, and throughout all the teams. So as a player progresses from year to year, they're not faced with a bunch of new ideas from different coaches. Everyone's on the same page, and it's clear what's expected of them from the moment they enter the program, whether that's at junior level or onto our youth teams.
And there it is, goal!
All right, hockey fans, welcome to another edition of the Wolves Hockey Show, the #1 rated hockey-themed show on Lakes Region Public Access. That first clip we showed you is a little insight into the Wolves Academy model, which allows our athletes to get 2 ice sessions a day, workouts, skill time, and much more. Obviously, for more information on that part of our program, make sure you check it out on our website or any of our social media pages. But for you fans at home, the things you want to see coming up right now, we got clips and news from all of our respective teams. First up, U16s. They had one of their best weekends in the history of the Wolves program, playing 3 games and winning all 3. Friday, they defeated the Northern Cyclones in a battle for first place. And then on Saturday, they followed that up with a 6-0 defeat of the Manchester Flames down in Manchester. And then, last on their hit list, they beat the New Hampshire Avalanche on Sunday by a score of 3-1. Great results for Coach Guerin's team. We got some clips we're going to show you right now. So here's first period action down in Hudson, New Hampshire versus the Northern Cyclones for our U16s on Friday night. This was a battle between the first and second place teams at the U16 level in the Granite State Hockey League. Here, the Wolves, they get the puck in deep and they go into work on the forecheck. Michael Cote makes a nice play to steer the puck to the corner. Evan Guerin intercepts and hits Cote in front, and he finds the back of the net. Nice shot, Michael Cote. 30 seconds to go in the second period. It's a 2-2 hockey game. Wolves are pressing here, trying to create offense to end the period. Cyclones gain zone entry. They cut to the middle. doesn't result in a shot, and Trevor Lemire takes over. He fires a long pass up to Michael Cote, who intercepts the puck, steps across the line, and finds the back of the net. Final in Hudson, 3-2 Wolves. Saturday's contest, the Wolves headed down to West Side Arena in Manchester, New Hampshire to take on the Manchester Flames. This is a rematch of a couple years ago when the U14 Wolves played the U14 Flames in the state finals. Here, the Wolves gain zone entry. Michael Cote, again, who was one of the stars of the weekend, fights off a checker, gets the puck in low. They get it out front, and Gunderson buries. Final in West Side, 6-0 Wolves. Great job, guys. So there's some great results out of that U16 Wolves team. They're getting excellent results from the aforementioned Michael Cote of Berlin, New Hampshire, but also Robbie Murphy, Evan Guerin, Harry Kramer, Noah Whitehill, Alex Gunderson, and many, many more contributing to the success of that team. They're undefeated in Granite State Hockey League play, but they still got a ways to go before they claim that state championship. So good job, Wolves, so far, but keep going. Now, on to U18. Coach Mike Potenza's team had another strong weekend. They won one game on Saturday and remain in first place. So great job, 18s. We got a couple clips we're going to show you right now. Here's some action on home ice at the Merrill Fay Arena against the Granite State Wild. The Wolves here have offensive zone puck possession. They keep control of the puck and sustain play on the forecheck. Eventually, the puck comes to the front of the net. They don't get it on the first chance, but the defenseman steps in, steps across the line, and fires a wrister to find the back of the net. Once again, we apologize for the pixelated version coming out of the Live Barn feed at the Merrill Fay Arena. We did a big upgrade this weekend, so hopefully we have some better images next week. Here's Sam Folds firing across the line. He's been one of the stars of the U18 team so far this season. His initial shot misses the net, but he stays on it. On the forecheck, Dene takes over, tries to get it to the net, and he finds the back of it. Wolves win. Great job, 18s. So Coach Potenza's U18 squad has been getting great results from their goaltender, Anthony Yusuf, but also from Will Dene, Sam Folds, Cam Keane, and many, many others. Great job, 18s. Looking forward to some continued strong play as we get close to those Granite State Hockey League playoffs. Now, on to our EHL Premier team. This younger junior team had a rough season last year. They were up and down, didn't have that kind of sustained play, even though they qualified for the playoffs. This year, it looks to be a completely different story for that team. So far, they've been getting great results out of Dominic Domokiewicz, out of Michael Rambusik, RJ Sember, and many more. This latest game was pitted against the number one seeded Boston Junior Rangers, who won last year's EHL Premier Championship. It was a close contest that came down to the wire, and the Wolves pulled it out. Great job, guys. We got a couple clips we're going to show you right now. So defensive zone faceoff, halfway through the game. Wolves are trailing by one. New addition, Drake Adams chips a puck off the wall and beats the defender. He gains inside position and has a left-hand shot coming down the left side. He fires a shot into the upper left-hand corner. Wolves tie the game at the 7:43 mark of period 2. After some great goaltending by Owen Courier and contributions from up and down their lineup, they battled to overtime. Here, Michael Rambusik makes a play towards the net, but Dominic Domokiewicz takes over. He uses the defenseman as a screen and fires a puck low glove side. 2-1 win, EHLP. Great job, boys. One of the strengths of that EHL Premier team is the talent they have throughout the lineup. They've gotten younger from last year, and they've also gotten more skilled. Some of those young players, Leon Rost from Norway, Dominic Domokiewicz from Latvia, Dennis Berek from Slovakia, have made huge contributions to that team. So we're looking forward to that team continuing their uphill climb as they advance towards the holiday season. Now, number one ranked in the power rankings last weekend, EHL team, they were back at it this week at the EHL mini showcase in Hooksett, New Hampshire. They had 2 games and they came out with 2 victories. Great job, EHL. We got a couple clips we're going to show you of those results right now. So Boston took a 5-minute major with 5 minutes to go. That put the Wolves in the power play for the remainder of the game. Trailing by 1 with under a minute to go, Marek Herta gets the puck over to Matthias Budina, who scores his second goal of the game and ties it up with just 52 seconds remaining. Now, because it was a 5-minute major, they didn't get their player back on the ice, so the Wolves remained at a 5-on-4 advantage. Here, Heath Mensch gains zone entry, makes a nice play on the defenseman, picks up his own rebound, and finds the back of the net. 3-2 Wolves win over the Boston Junior Rangers. And to close out their weekend, 3-1 victory, Samuel Westerberg scored the game winner, a shorthanded goal over the Seahawks Hockey Club. 2 wins in 2 days. Great job, EHL team. So that's great results out of our junior program. They finished the weekend with 3 victories in 3 games at both the EHLP and the EHL levels. Terrific job, guys. Now, one of the strengths of that team is their youth and their skill. We've brought in a lot of players this year that coming from overseas and other parts of the world that are uniquely hockey players, and they've made big contributions to our lineup. You saw in that last clip, Matthias Budina, 2 goals on Sunday versus the Boston Junior Rangers. He hails from the Czech Republic, played on their U17 national team 2 years ago, which has a number of NHL draft picks on that roster, and Matthias has made a big impact. Also, Samuel Westerberg scored yesterday's game winner against the Seahawks Hockey Club. He's from Finland, and he's looking to make a college commitment coming up here this year, and has made big contributions, especially on the penalty kill for the EHL team. Now, in regards to the EHLP, Dominik Domokevs from Latvia scored the game winner in overtime against the Boston Junior Rangers. Dominik is one of the youngest players in the EHL Premier Division and has had an absolutely outstanding start to his junior hockey career. We're expecting a bright future out of Dominik. Now, one of the players who's a younger part of our EHL roster and has made a big impact is Jackson Haskins. He's a player from the Washington, D.C. area who has made a big contribution to our EHL roster. We got an interview with Jackson coming up right now. All right, Wolves fans in the Virginia and Maryland area, this is the interview you've been emailing me about all season. Jackson Haskins, welcome to the Wolves Hockey Show.
Thank you.
Now, Jackson started off the season really strong with our EHL roster. He's a 2003 born, a birth year defenseman, but then he was injured recently. Tell me about the start of your season, Jackson.
You know, we had a great start to the season, started off strong, put up a lot of wins so far. Hopefully we can continue it.
Great. Now, you know, you're from originally the Baltimore, Maryland, Washington area. Tell me about your start in hockey and your upbringing.
You know, I started hockey at a very young age, 4 years old. Actually from Roanoke, Virginia, a little bit south, but made the trip up to D.C. to play my U18 years of hockey and found my way here.
Great. Now, what program was that, U18 hockey?
The U18 was the Washington Little Caps.
Okay. Then does that mean you're a Capitals fan?
Actually, I'm not, surprisingly. No.
What team you pull for then?
Buffalo Sabres. My grandparents live in Buffalo, and my dad's from Buffalo.
From the city of Buffalo or just outside?
Just outside.
What's the name of the town?
Couldn't tell you.
A lot of Native American names up there. Cheektowaga, Tonawanda.
I think it's actually that,
Cheektowaga. See, I know Buffalo, man. So does that mean you're a Bills fan as well?
Yeah, I am.
Nice. They're off to a good start, huh?
Yeah, they are.
Nice. Okay, so tell me about what attracted you to the Wolves program. You know, I know that Roanoke and Virginia doesn't necessarily, there's a lot of options to choose from. So what brought you to the Wolves and what attracted you to our program?
You know, Coach Coons reached out to me near the end of my year last year and talked to me, and honestly, it just seemed like the best option for me with all the ice time you guys provide and all the places to get better.
Yeah, I think that's one of your strengths too, you know, in looking at your film, during your recruitment process, and then seeing your initial results appear. You know, you're a skilled defenseman who sees the ice well. You skate really well. You're patient with the puck, and that's what Coach Coons looks for in his defenseman. Guys who can make plays with the puck, who can contribute at both ends of the ice, and your skill set is translated really well to that EHL roster. So keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Now, what are you looking to do, you know, following junior hockey? What are you looking to do over the next, 16, 24 months in that time frame?
My goal is to play college hockey at the highest level I can. So that's the plan.
Good. Now, once you get to college, what are you looking to study?
I'm not exactly sure yet, but trying to figure that out.
Nothing wrong with that. I mean, a lot of guys go and they don't know exactly what they want to study, but the hockey gets them there and it keeps them involved in their academics. So nothing to worry about on that end, Jackson. Now, you did have one setback. You had, like your first 3 or 4 games, you were really great start. You were making a big impact on that roster, but you did have an injury. Tell me about that injury a little bit.
I blocked a shot and ended up breaking my hand. So
Good show the folks at home.
it's a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Now, what's the timetable for that
I
recovery?
got about 2 weeks left until I get the cast off, so
Okay.
hopefully I'll be back soon after that.
You could get it off at Halloween, then you have maybe a week or 2 to kind of test it out.
Exactly.
You could be back before Thanksgiving and only miss 8-10 games.
Yeah, perfect.
That's cool. Great. Now, what that team has started off really strong. We're sitting at 8-1, 0-1. Who are some of the top players, and what are some of the character of that group? Like, what is making that team really go?
The boys are really close together. It's a really tight knit group of kids, and Eddie's just doing a great job leading us out there. And we have a lot of leaders on the team that are really stepping up and helping us get W's.
Absolutely. Won't burn you too many more questions, though, Jackson. But you do have a unique host family.
I do.
Yeah. You're living with Eli Brobaker and the Savages. Tell me about what's it like, the host family experience.
It's a great experience. It's nice having like a family away from your own family at home, and just you feel at home there. It's really great.
That's cool. Now, what do you have anything to say to your mom and dad back home?
Not much. What's up, Mom? Hey, Dad.
Well, there you have it, folks. Number 5, Jackson Haskins. He's made a big impact early in his junior hockey career. He suffered a little setback here, but he's going to be back before you know it and contributing to that EHL lineup. Thanks for coming on the show, Jackson.
Thank you for having me.
So that was a fun interview with Jackson Haskins. He's a terrific young defenseman for our EHL team, and I think that with his continued progression, some of the goals he set at playing college hockey and at the highest level are well within his grasp. He sees the ice really well. He's a good part of the team. He's a good character kid. He skates extremely well, and he's got a bright future here in a Wolves uniform. So we're looking for continued success out of him on that EHL roster. Now, one of the things he alluded to was our focus on player development and improving every one of our athletes. Although wins are generally a byproduct of that, wins aren't really the focus of the program. We want kids to come in, have a good experience, get better, and then move them on to the next level of hockey, whatever that may be. But one of the byproducts is having success on the ice. And right off to a great start is our youth teams. Right now, the standings for our U16 and our U18 teams is they are sitting in first place in each of their divisions. With the 3 victories that the 16s had this weekend, that positions them in first place at the Tier 2 level. And then U18s are sitting in first place at the Tier 3 level. And they'll have their playoffs coming up in about a month. And like I said, keep going, guys. You're doing a great job early, although that's not the main part of the program. We want to see you get better. It's great to have that early success. Now, the Wolves also are looking to promote our athletes. We want our kids to get from here onto whatever level they want to go to, whether it's pro hockey, college hockey, a higher level of junior hockey, whatever it may be. And part of that is our showcases, our tournaments, and then also our all-star games. Those are great opportunities for our athletes to be seen by scouts at the next level. And we have our college series coming up. That's where the EHL takes their show to college campuses and plays college opponents with some of the best players in our league. This year, we'll be playing SUNY Brockport and Nazareth College on a Western New York trip, and 2 of our athletes were selected for that roster. Congratulations to Trevor Jewell, one of our goaltenders. He's an 02 birth year from Staten Island, New York. He'll be playing for Team EHL. And then the EHL captain, Edis Grigorievs from Latvia. He's a second-year program, an 02 birth year, and he'll be playing for Team EHL in those 2 games as well. Congratulations, guys, and I know there's going to be a lot of eyeballs on you, so we wish you a ton of success as you take on those college opponents. Now, looking at our upcoming schedule this weekend, both of our youth teams are in action with some games coming up this weekend. And our junior teams also have games. On Friday, our EHLP team heads down to Haverhill, Mass. to take on the Valley Junior Warriors. That's the first time we've played those guys this season. And then at home on Saturday, they'll play 2 games against the Connecticut Chiefs in a doubleheader here at the Merrill Fay Ice Arena. Good luck, EHLP. We're looking for some continued strong results out of that group. We'll follow it up on Sunday. The EHL team will play a road game in Hooksett, New Hampshire versus our in-state rival, the New Hampshire Avalanche. That's the first time we played them this season. Those are always tough games to play in, but we want to see those guys come out on top and have good results. So thanks for tuning in, hockey fans. For more information on the Wolves program, visit our website, www.ne-wolveshockey.com.